And welcome back. You're watching RT International. Now, some good news for us here at the channel. There's no need to shut down RT in the United States. That's the message from Victoria Nuland, Assistant Secretary of the U.S. State Department. But that opinion is apparently not shared by everyone in the government. RT's Gana Chichikan reports from Washington.
Assistant Secretary of State Victoria Nuland was asked whether RT ought to be shut down. Jill Doherty, who asked the question, noted that RT is watched a lot in the U.S. and that it is getting a lot of attention. Victoria Nuland responded by saying that the channel should not be shut down because of freedom of speech in the U.S., but then she went on to say this.
All you have to do is look at RT's tiny audience in the United States to understand what happens when you broadcast untruths in a media space that is full of dynamic, truthful opinion.
Well, about the tiny audience, global information and measurement company Nielsen said within last year, RT's weekly audience in 7 of the largest U.S. cities has doubled. RT has outperformed all other international media in the U.S. According to the study, almost 3 million people in these cities tune into RT every week, not to mention the fact that RT is the #1 news source on YouTube with over 2 billion views. We've been getting a lot of attention, and not just from our viewers.
Propaganda bullhorn, that is the state-sponsored Russia Today program, has been deployed to promote, actually Russia Today Network has deployed to promote President Putin's fantasy about what is playing out on the ground.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war. I'll be very blunt in my assessment. The Russians have opened up an English language network. I've seen it in a few countries, and it's quite instructive.
We can't allow ourselves to be out-communicated by our enemies.
Victoria Nuland's comments come just days after the head of the Broadcasting Board of Governors, the agency that oversees U.S. state media, put RT at the top of his challenge list before the Islamic State and Boko Haram. The State Department said they would not put RT in the same category, but RT does present a challenge for the U.S. government. So we are confused. How can RT be a challenge if it has such a tiny audience?